Welcome to Asgardia, the world's first space nation. This is a celebration of the first 5 years of that nation and an offer to you, as a resident of Earth, to invest in humanity's reach for the stars. Asgardia was born on the 12th of October 2016 in Paris, France, the dream of Asgardia's founder and first head of nation, Dr. Igor Asgardia. His call to action was answered by over 1 million people, ordinary citizens of nations across the world, inspired by the vision of communities in space with a common purpose to make this happen. In June 2018, Asgardia's parliament held its first formal sitting in Vienna, Austria. Millions of people across the world saw and heard this landmark historical event, the formation of the first fully functional digital democracy in human history. That was also the occasion of the inauguration of Dr. Asgardia in a formal ceremony held before a large assembled international audience of Asgardians, government officials and diplomats. Dr. Asgardia is as clear about the mission of Asgardia as he was when he founded the nation. He knows the record of action across the last 5 years is testimony to the strength of that nation.
Сегодня, 12 октября 2021 года, исполняется 5 лет создания нашей космической нации. В 2016 году, в такой же день, в Париже, я объявил о создании Асгардии, и, как вы видите, слова и идеи имеют реализацию в реальной жизни. Если же подвести предварительные итоги за эти истекшие 5 лет, то они, на мой взгляд, весьма впечатляют. У нас население уже асгардианцев 1 075 000 человек со всего мира, из более 200 стран. У нас своя конституция, декларация единства, флаг, гимн, герб. У нас сформированы 3 ветви власти: судебная, исполнительная и законодательная. У нас принят серьезный пакет законов и постановлений правительства, моих указов. Мы провели ряд серьезных мероприятий, научную конференцию в Германии, в Дармштадте, конгресс руководящего состава в Эстонии, в Таллине, Высший космический совет в Гонконге и в России, в Москве, экономическую конференцию во Франции, в Ницце. К сожалению, последние 1,5 года из-за известного вируса все мероприятия идут сейчас в цифровом виде. Парламент заседает 4 раза в году, проводит цифровые сессии, ежемесячно проходит заседание правительства Асгардии. У нас свой цифровой банк, зарегистрирована национальная цифровая валюта. То есть, если посмотреть весь этот перечень дел, то, наверное, нам есть чем похвалиться друг перед другом, да и перед всем мировым сообществом.
Asgardia is a growing nation, welcoming people with an ambition for humanity from across the world on an epic journey to the stars.
I see Asgardia in a couple of decades as an established entity in the world by being the other country, the other nation, state, who will unify and get together all the people with the same vision and the same beliefs and the same drive to go into space.
We can involve people from many languages, many nations, many countries. This is the best way to create a democracy with like a nation, digital nation.
I definitely want Asgardia to be recognized as a new state in the United Nations. For sure, that one.
Asgardians are humans from the planet Earth who live in different countries and who try to manage to have the same opinion, the same views, and the same perspective of the future of the Earth.
We're working hard to collaborate with business and grow our economies to make that all possible. And I'm really excited to be part of that process.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we have ignition.
Asgardia has launched its first satellite, containing data listing all Asgardians at that time. And with this launch, the ambition of Asgardia became a statement of orbital fact.
Asgardian ministers, which are 12 in total, are responsible for the areas of work in which they are all experts in their field. They will make it possible for the execution of all the projects and activities which require full independent functionality of the nation of Asgardia.
We aim to set up a democratic, transparent, efficient, and effective justice system. We will look into normal ways in other human justice systems, but we specifically emphasize the importance of high technology in the system, incorporating online element into the whole process to realize fairness and justice in our system.
Parliament makes the legislation. It decides on practical things and also on structures which then go into law. We've got a huge amount to prepare so that we can live according to the sorts of guidelines that human beings need, especially when it's a stress situation or there's a dispute or you have to make some sort of a decision. And that's a lot of Parliament's work, but it's not just that. Parliament are basically ambassadors all over the world.
Asgardia has increasingly inspired those involved to share a magnificent journey of collective discovery and be a part of the truly massive agenda of reaching out into space. Creating a space nation is an ambitious project. It requires sustainable space habitats in orbit and on other celestial objects. Asgardia is also committed to achieving the first safe childbirth in space, a vital part of permanent human space habitation. These are big tests of our science, our medical expertise, and our ingenuity. What makes these nation builders believe in their mission and its literally stellar vision?
To me, the two biggest inspirations in Asgardia are, first of all, the sense of common purpose to ensure the first human born in space under safe conditions, and secondly, to ensure we create the first permanent human space habitation, somewhere people can live their whole lives, not just be up there for a few months.
The people I have met on this path are incredible. They come from more than 200 countries of the world. They all are enthusiastic about space, no matter where they're from, no matter how old they are. These are people who never stopped looking at the skies and seeing the future of humanity in progression beyond the limits of the planet Earth. That's ultimately what Asgardia does. It leads the humanity to live in infinity in the universe.
Asgardia is a space nation with great vision. It is not visionary, but we are doing something in reality, and we are creating history. When I work with the group of colleagues who are experts in their field of work, I'm fully confident that Asgardia can bring change to our world. With belief, with confidence, we can get it done.
Asgardia is a community of different people with different backgrounds and different ambitions for their lives. But when it comes to Asgardia itself, their message is the same.
This day and age, so much is happening in here and now. Everything is happening today. We seem to be forgetting that we also have the duty to build up towards a long-term future. We're benefiting tremendously from the inheritance of our predecessors. Asgardia is working to make life of humankind in the universe possible, continuous life, commuting to Earth and back, and yet being able to live in space independently. By participating in Asgardia, by joining Asgardia, you are becoming part of creating the future.
My message to you is, if you believe that one day we have to live in space, then join Asgardia, because we do too. If you believe that we have to create the hardware and the software to make that reality, join Asgardia, because we're working on that too. And if you believe that humanity's legacy is to reach out to the stars, to explore how we've so often done before here on Earth, then join Asgardia, because we do too. It's a compelling message, an inspirational journey, and a legacy for all humankind.
Dr. Asher Bailey believes the future of Asgardia is limited only by our willingness to invest our confidence, energy, and resources into making the inevitable giant leap, technologically and socially, in terms of our next natural step forward by inhabiting space. Engaging the nation in its own evolution, he has even commissioned a constitutional referendum on amendments suggested by Asgardians themselves.
Я хотел бы сегодня сделать два заявления, важных, на мой взгляд. Как гарант Конституции, я сам в первую очередь должен ее соблюдать. Согласно Конституции, глава нации избирается каждые 5 лет. В следующем году истекает 5-летний срок моего руководства нашей первой в истории человечества космической нации. Поэтому я в первую очередь объявляю о начале подготовки к выборам главы нации, которые состоятся осенью следующего года. Я призываю всех асгардианцев, наших резидентов, выставляйте свои кандидатуры, вы можете это сделать сами, это могут сделать и ваши коллеги. Это первое, что я хотел сказать. Дата и порядок проведения выборов будут объявлены моим указом дополнительно. А второе, что за последние 5 лет, конечно же, мы увидели ряд, не ошибок, а, скажем так, недочетов в нашей Конституции, потому что сложно было, не имея никакого исторического опыта, мы же с вами шагнули, минуя рабовладельческие, феодальные, капиталистические и прочие строи, сразу в цифровую демократию. Поэтому учесть все нюансы в Конституции было достаточно сложно. Поэтому я объявляю сегодня о подготовке к национальному референдуму по поправкам Конституции Асгардии. И также призываю вас направлять на государственный сайт Асгардии свои предложения к изменениям, дополнениям и поправкам Конституции. Референдум будет проведен одновременно с проведением выборов главы нации.
Asgardia invites you to become a resident by sharing in the exciting adventure that awaits beyond our home planet. This is our legacy and your opportunity to help humanity create a new and better society that celebrates one humanity and one unity for all humankind.